Jai Hind, dear students of class 9, Sunbeam Academy. I welcome you all in geography class today. Today and tomorrow, both the classes I have planned for you for revisional purpose. And the lesson 1, India's size and location, is the matter to discuss once again. I am going to start the lesson. Now listen each and everything very carefully because this is the lesson which is in looking in page you can see it is a small lesson but having a lot of concepts in this. In this lesson it has highlighted that how India has a unique position in the world at the head of the Indian Ocean, etc. India is called a subcontinent. Why? Everything we'll get the calculation of time also. How we are calculating our Indian standard time with help of the Greenwich mean time, etc. So the first lesson, first period today, I am going to start revision India's size and location. We know that India is one of the ancient civilizations in the world, like the Egyptian civilization. It has achieved multifaceted socio-economic progress during the last 5 years, 5 decades, especially in last 50 years. After independence, India has made development in all fields of aerospace, agriculture, industry, technology, overall economic development, etc. We have also contributed significantly to the making of world history. Listen this word. India has also contributed significantly to the making of world history. Yes, once India was called as a Vishwaguru. India was believed to be the torch bearer for the world community. When Europeans in the barbarian states at that time, India was at developed. That period is called as Vedic period. But we are not going to discuss about the history of our country. We are going to discuss about the location of our country, its space relation and importance of its location. Very first, I am going to discuss about location of our country. Our country India lying entirely in the northern hemisphere. The mainland of our country extends between latitudes 8 degrees 4 minute north and 37 degrees 6 minute north and longitudes 68 degrees 7 minute east and 97 degrees 25 minute east. The Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree north, divides the country into almost two equal parts. To the southeast, the southwest of the mainland lie the Andaman and Nicobar Island and the Lakshadweep Island in the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea respectively. In Bay of Bengal, we have the group of islands called Andaman and Nicobar group of islands. In the Arabian Sea, we have the Lakshadweep. Do you know the southernmost point of India is known as Indira Point. It has got submerged under the seawater during the tsunami 2004. But still, we believe that our southernmost point is the Indira Point, located at the south of Nicobar Island. Andaman and Nicobar both are two archipelago of islands, commonly known as Andaman and Nicobar Island. Now we are going to discuss about the size of our country. Our country is a big country, no doubt, but with an area of 3.28 million square kilometer, we are the seventh largest country in the world, having total 2.4% of total geographical area of the world. On only 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world, India is having a lot of pressure of human population because about 16 to 17% population of the world resides in our country. In this perspective, today in modern world today once again India is showing its power to the world. India has a long boundary of land boundary which is very long. It is about 15,200 kilometer in length, and the total length of the coastline of mainland including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep is 7,516.6 kilometers. India is bounded by young fold mountains in the northwest. Listen this topic, north and northeast. India is bounded by young fold mountain. To which mountain we are talking about here? The Himalayas. India is bounded by the young fold mountain Himalaya in the northwest, north and northeast. And south of to about 22 degree north latitude, India begins to taper and becoming triangular and shape you can see in the map and extend towards the Indian Ocean and dividing Indian Ocean into two parts. One is known as Arabian Sea on the west and Bay of Bengal on the east. Right? It is important to know that India, obviously called as subcontinent. Why? We'll discuss in next class in detail with map. Here I am going to discuss about one thing. As you are looking the figure of India, the north-south extent and the east-west extent are looking similar, and as per degree, both are having approx 30-degree expansion. But why the north-south extent is more than east-west extent? Simply the reason is very simple, because the distance between two latitudes remains same all over the globe, but the distance between two longitudes decrease towards the poles. This is the reason. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of 2 hours. Do you know? भारत में अरुणाचल प्रदेश में 2 घंटे पहले ही सूर्योदय हो जाता है और देश के सबसे पश्चिमी हिस्से गुजरात में 2 घंटे बाद. So accordingly, if people are following their own local time मतलब क्या होता है? When sun is vertically overhead, we believe it is 12 noon. So accordingly, if each and every place of our country will take their own local time, there will be confusion of time in the whole country. India is a big country. So we have selected one standard meridian, and the standard meridian whose value is 82 degree 30 minute east, passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. Then question arises here, why 82 degree 30 minute, or in other word 82 and half degree, not 85 degree? Yes, you can ask him कि आखिर 82.5 क्यों, 83, 84, 85 क्यों नहीं लिया गया? There is a reason, because the countries of the world in past have agreed on a point that if they will take their standard meridian, it will be the multiple of 7.5. या तो 7.5 मतलब 1 degree longitude equal to 4 minutes. 1 degree longitude equal to 4 minutes. So 7 degree 28 minutes and half 2 minutes 30 minutes. Either you can say that 15 degree longitude means 60 minutes or 1 hour. 1 डिग्री लॉन्गिट्यूड का वैल्यू है 4 मिनट, तो 15 डिग्री का वैल्यू कितना हो गया? 60 मिनट, 1 घंटा. और पूरे वर्ल्ड में 360 लॉन्गिट्यूड्स हैं, डिवाइड करो तो 15 से, तो ये क्या आता है? 24, यानी 24 आवर्स हैं. सो इट वाज डिसाइडेड by the world leaders that we will select the standard meridian which will be the multiple of 7.5. So in India we have selected on behalf of it that you can see 7.5, 15, 22.5, 30, 37.5, 45, 52.5, 60, 67.5, 75, 82.5. So, because it is a multiple of 7.5, almost passes through the center of our country, we have selected it as the standard meridian. And the time along this standard meridian, when here it is 12 noon, watches in the country have set accordingly 12. So, now there is no confusion of time related to the sunrise or sunset. Now we all are following the same time. The time which is the local time of Indian Standard Meridian now become the standard time for the whole country, called IST, Indian Standard Time. Clear it is? Now I am going to ask question and I will give you the answer also. Listen the question carefully. Why 82 degree 30 minute east has been selected as the standard meridian of India? Answer is so simple. Very first, India is a very big country. So sun rises 2 hours earlier in Arunachal than in Gujarat. So there is confusion of time. So to avoid the confusion of time, we have selected 82 degree 30 minute east as the standard meridian of India. Second, to provide a uniform time to the whole country. And third, we have selected it because it is the multiple of 7.5 degree. Clear it is? ये 7.5 का मल्टीपुल है. दूसरा यूनिफॉर्म टाइम देता है. तीसरा टाइम के कंफ्यूजन को दूर करता है. That is why we have selected 82 degree 30 minute east as the standard meridian of India. Again question is here, why is the difference between the durations of day and night hardly felt at Kanyakumari but not so in Kashmir? पूछ रहा है क्वेश्चन, why it is difference between the duration of day and night hardly felt at कन्याकुमारी. कन्याकुमारी एकदम इंडिया के नीचे साउथ में जो तीन ओशंस बे ऑफ बंगाल, अरेबियन सी और इंडियन ओशन का मीटिंग पॉइंट है, उस जगह को बोलते हैं केप कोमोरिन या कन्याकुमारी. वहां पे दिन पूरे साल में दिन और रात के अवधि में ड्यूरेशन में कोई अंतर नहीं आता है. लेकिन कश्मीर में ऐसा नहीं है. क्यों? सिंपल रीजन, कश्मीर इज अवे फ्रॉम द इक्वेटर. इट इज लोकेटेड इन टेम्परेट जोन where there is phenomenon of seasons. So according to seasons, sometimes days are longer like in summers and sometimes days are shorter like in winters. But it is not in Kashmir because it is not in Kanyakumari, because Kanyakumari is located in torrid zone or tropical zone near equator. जैसे जैसे हम इक्वेटर से दूर जाते हैं, ड्यूरेशन ऑफ डे एंड नाइट सीजन वाइज चेंज होता रहता है. This is the reason. Now here I am going to discuss about India and the world. The Indian landmass has a central location between the East and West Asia. You can see the map, just see your book. But the thing I am explaining this time, you will get each and everything in your book. India is the southward extension of Asian continent. The trans-Indian ocean routes which connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia provide a strategic central location to India. India is having a great location at the head of Indian Ocean, and it is justifying the name of any ocean named after one country. There is only one ocean named after one country, that is the Indian Ocean. इंडिया बिल्कुल उसके हेड पे एक लंबे कोस्ट लाइन के साथ है. कोई दूसरा देश नहीं है जिसके पास इतना लंबा कोस्ट लाइन इंडियन ओशन में हो. सो इट इज ऑल्सो अ स्ट्रेटेजिक सेंट्रल लोकेशन. स्ट्रेटेजिक मीन्स युद्ध की दृष्टि से, सामरिक दृष्टि से महत्वपूर्ण स्थान है. फ्रॉम वेस्ट कोस्ट, as we are having long coastline, India can develop close relationship with West Asia, Africa and Europe, and from the eastern coast we can develop our relations with Southeast and East Asia. Do you know, since the opening of the Suez Canal in 1869, it is a 1 mark MCQ question. Suez Canal कब open हुआ? 1869. India's distance from Europe has been reduced by 7,000 किलोमीटर. कैसे? पहले इंडिया से पूरा अफ्रीका का चक्कर काटते हुए यूरोप जाना पड़ता था, लेकिन बाद में रेड सी और मैप देखना एटलस में, रेड सी और मेडिटेरेनियन सी के बीच में एक कैनाल बना दिया गया इजिप्ट में. इजिप्ट इज अ कंट्री. इजिप्ट में उसका नाम रखा गया सुएज कैनाल. 1869 में बना और उसकी वजह से अब इंडियन सेलर्स निकलते हैं रेड सी से मेडिटेरेनियन सी और यूरोप पहुंच जाते हैं. तो लगभग 7,000 किलोमीटर डिस्टेंस इंडिया और यूरोप के बीच में कम हो गया है. क्यों? बिकॉज ऑफ द कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ सुएज कैनाल in the year 1869. And how much distance has decreased? 7,000 kilometers. Amazing. Do you know there are 6 countries which are larger than India? Number 1 is the Russia, number 2 is Canada, third is the USA, fourth China, fifth Brazil, sixth Australia, and seventh India. We are comparing the total in area in million square kilometer. You can say that India is very small as compared to Russia, but we are having a lot of population pressure. We are the second most populous country of the world. China, which is near about 3 times bigger than India, is the most populous country. So having a huge area also. But India is having a little area, only 2.45% of the total geographical area of the world. But we are having enormous pressure of population on our land. But our land is growing, productive, and we are sustaining such a huge quantity of human population and livestock in India. इंडिया में न केवल इंसान, सबसे अधिक कैटल भी पाए जाते हैं. It is important to know that India's contact with the world have continued through the ages, but her relationship through the land routes are much older than her maritime contact. बोला जाता है, what is the contribution of India in making world history? At the beginning of the revision, I have quoted this line for twice. 2 बार मैंने लाइन रिपीट करके बोला था, contribution of India in making world history. तो कभी कभी ये क्वेश्चन आता है, explain the contribution of India in making world history. So this part is important. In your book on page number 4 it is given. I am going to discuss this part now. Listen it very carefully. India's contact with the world have continued through ages, but her relationships through the land routes are much older than her maritime contact. इंडिया से पहले वर्ल्ड में नोन 3 ही कॉन्टिनेंट थे, यूरोप, एशिया एंड अफ्रीका, और तीनों ही लैंडमास जुड़े हुए थे. जैसे हमने एग्जांपल दिया, इजिप्ट में सुएज कैनाल बनाने की वजह से जो वो पोर्शन एशिया का ज्वाइंट था अफ्रीका से अलग हो गया. पास्ट में अफ्रीका से बहुत सारे स्कॉलर्स भी इंडिया में आए हैं. एग्जांपल में नाम एक बताएं, इब्न बटूता एक ज्योग्राफर थे, वो अपने अफ्रीका से जर्नी करते हुए अपने डंकी के साथ इंडिया में आ गए थे इंडिया को जानने के लिए. तो इंडिया का जो लैंड रूट कॉन्टेक्ट है बहुत पुराना है, एज पर एज कंसर्निंग इफ यू आर कंपेयरिंग विद द मैरीटाइम और ओशियनिक कॉन्टेक्ट, क्योंकि सेलिंग बाद में डेवलप हुई. तो इंडिया का जो वर्ल्ड से कांटेक्ट है बहुत पुराना है और थ्रू लैंड रूट्स है, लेकिन इट इज ऑल्सो राइट दैट इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू क्रॉस इंडिया थ्रू द नॉर्दर्न बॉर्डर्स बिकॉज ऑफ हिमालयास. There are various passes across the mountains in the north, that is Himalaya. They have provided passage to the ancient travelers. Passes होता क्या है? Actually the natural routes through which one can go across the mountains are known as passes. तो ये जो नेचुरल रूट्स हैं इनको पासेस हम बोलते हैं, और इन्हीं रास्तों से लोग पहाड़ के इस पार से उस पार की तरफ जाते हैं. These were the route for travelers too, as well as invaders. They also crossed India through these passes only. The Khyber Pass is famous for that. The Muslim invaders invaded India through Khyber Pass. खैबर से क्रॉस करते हुए आए, पंजाब को हराते हुए और पूरे इंडिया पे कब्जा किया. Okay, this is another matter. We are going to discuss only about the contribution of India in making world history. Very first, these routes have contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient times. The points you can write: the ideas of the Upanishads, of the Ramayana, of stories of Panchatantra, the Indian numeral and decimal system, thus could reach to many parts of the world. पूरे वर्ल्ड में जो ये आइडिया उपनिषद का है, ना रामायण का है, पंचतंत्र की कहानियां हैं, डेसिमल और न्यूमेरल सिस्टम है भारत का, पूरे देश में गया. ये कैसे गया? थ्रू लैंड रूट्स. ये एक बहुत बड़ा इंडिया का कंट्रीब्यूशन है वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री बनाने में. डेसिमल दशमलव का प्रयोग भारत से शुरू हुआ, 0 हमारा इन्वेंशन है। द स्पाइसेस, दूसरा पॉइंट, द स्पाइसेस, मुस्लिम एंड अदर मर्केंडाइज वर टेकन फ्रॉम इंडिया टू डिफरेंट कंट्रीज। और भारत से मसाले, आज भी इंडियन गरम मसाला जिसका वर्ल्ड में बहुत जबरदस्त डिमांड होता है, फ्रॉम एंशिएंट टाइम्स दे वर इन ग्रेट एग्जिस्टेंस and spices, muslin and other merchandise were taken from India to different countries. And third point, you can write, on the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture. जब ग्रीक भारत में हमला किए और यहाँ पे आके कुछ समय तक संधि करके शासन भी किया, तो ग्रीक लोगों ने कुछ स्कल्पचर बनाया, आर्किटेक्ट बनाया, स्टाइल बनाया, as well as the architectural style of dome and minarets from West Asia, like Charminar, Qutub Minar, etc., can be seen in different parts of the country. So, on one hand, we have contributed our ideas. The first point of Upanishad, Ramayana, Panchatantra, Indian numeral and decimal system to the world. Second, we have provided spices, muslin, M-U-S-L-I-N. Muslin, it is a type of fine count cotton cloth. बनता था ढाका में, और इसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं मलमल। एक गाना भी है बहुत फेमस इसके ऊपर, पान खाए सैया हमार, मलमल के कुर्ते पे छींट लाल लाल। मलमल के कपड़े पे बहुत महीन कपड़ा होता था, और छींट, जिसको बोलते हैं छोटी छोटी बिंदियां लगाना, इस तरह के स्टाइल में बनाया जाता था। उसकी पूरे वर्ल्ड में बहुत अच्छी डिमांड हुआ करती थी। और थर्ड पॉइंट, द influence of Greek sculpture and the architectural style of dome and minarets of West Asia also can be seen in different parts of our country. We should know about our neighbors also. If you are looking the map of India, you must know the neighboring countries of India. First, go towards the northwest. In northwest, two neighboring countries are there, Pakistan and Afghanistan. The border of Afghanistan touches at the top of Kashmir, and that region of Kashmir is actually occupied by Pakistan, called POK. Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So Afghanistan officially is a neighboring country to India. Pakistan and Afghanistan in the northwest, but not a immediate neighbor. लेकिन जिस पोर्शन से भारत से ये टच करता है, उस पोर्शन पे किसका कब्जा है? पाकिस्तान का। तो ऑफिशियली तो अफगानिस्तान हम लोगों का नेबरिंग कंट्री है, लेकिन इमीडिएट नहीं, तुरंत नहीं, क्योंकि उस पोर्शन पे अभी पाकिस्तान का कब्जा है। इन नॉर्थ वी आर हैविंग चाइना, नेपाल एंड भूटान, एंड इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट म्यांमार एंड बांग्लादेश. So these are the countries are located, and in south two island countries are there. One that is known as Sri Lanka, located very close to Tamil Nadu, and another is Maldives, just below the Lakshadweep group of island. Lakshadweep group of island के नीचे देखना एक आइलैंड कंट्री है जिसका नाम है मालदीव्स. तो ये है कंट्रीज जो इंडिया के नेबर्स है. डायरेक्शन वाइज इनको याद रखना है आपको. नाउ सम ऑफ questions are given, you have to do yourself, like area wise which is the smallest and which is the largest state. You have to find it the data. Area wise smallest state is the Goa, the largest is the Rajasthan. The state which do not have an international border or not lie on coast. वैसे भी स्टेट जो कि इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर भी नहीं है और कोस्ट पे भी नहीं है. अगर मैप को ध्यान से देखोगे तो आपको मिलेगा, जैसे मध्य प्रदेश ना इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर है ना कोस्ट है, छत्तीसगढ़, झारखंड, इसके अलावा तेलंगाना, ये सब स्टेट्स हैं, ना तो इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर है और ना ही कोस्ट लाइन है. इसी तरह और क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, क्लासिफाई स्टेट्स into 4 group, each having common frontier with Pakistan, China, Myanmar and Bangladesh. पाकिस्तान के साथ 4 स्टेट का बताओ नाम जिसकी बॉर्डर शेयर करती हो. चाइना के साथ 4 स्टेट का नाम बताओ, म्यांमार के साथ, बांग्लादेश के साथ. यू ऑल गेट फ्रॉम रीडिंग मैप. मैप रीडिंग इज ए स्किल. ज्योग्राफी में आप क्या स्किल आउटपुट करते हो? कोई भी सब्जेक्ट पढ़ने के पीछे केवल नॉलेज गेन करना नहीं होता है. थ्योरेटिकली कुछ एक स्किल भी सीखनी होती है. And in geography, the most important skill is the map reading and practicing map. So map pointing and map reading are the best skill for geographers, and without this, a geography student cannot achieve the goal. Further, I am discussing about one small thing. Before 1947, there were two types of states in India: the provinces and the princely states. Provinces were ruled directly by the British officials. दो तरह के राज्य थे, प्रोविंसेस और प्रिंसली स्टेट माने रजवाड़े. प्रोविंसेस पे कौन डायरेक्ट रूल करता था? ब्रिटिश, who are appointed by the viceroy, and the princely states were ruled by the local hereditary rulers who acknowledged sovereignty in return to the local autonomy. और कुछ राज रजवाड़े भी ब्रिटिश अधिकारियों के अंदर अपना शासन संभालते थे, देखते थे. ये एक फैक्ट है. आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस इंडिया में सभी को जोड़ा गया. यू नो अबाउट द सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल, द आयरन मैन ऑफ इंडिया. उनके प्रयास से आज भारत का जो शेप और साइज है दिख रहा है, इट्स ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ हिम. ग्रेट ट्रिब्यूट टू country as given by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The next class we will discuss some concepts. First, we will discuss about the calculation of time. Then we will discuss about the concept of the Indian subcontinent and some other important terminology. So it's all for the day. Thank you. Have a nice day.